welcome back everybody to UKSG. I want to thank you all for watching the United Kingdom Speedrunner Gathering. Normally, we're a 2-day speedrunning marathon held 4 times a year in Glasgow, Scotland. But due to the situation with COVID-19, we're bringing you 3 days of exciting speedruns from the comfort of our homes to yours. And now, we've got Il Pazzo running some more Metal Gear Solid. Il Pazzo, the floor is yours.
Hey everyone, I'm Il Pazzo and I'm gonna be with Joseph Joestar. How are you, Joseph?
Hello, everybody. Joseph Joestar 316. If you guys enjoyed MGS1 and the Twin Snakes race between House and Nick, I certainly did. You'll be in for a treat as we'll be running Metal Gear Solid Integral on PC yet again. Except this time we're going to be breaking the game. I mean, a lot. And he's going to be running it on Extreme, which is the highest difficulty. And Pazzo just informed me he's going to be going for big boss strats, even though there's some risks involved, but he will be trying to go for it, and I will do my utmost best to try to keep up with how things will go on the run. So, Pazzo,
Okay,
I think you know what to do.
I'm ready to go in 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
So, like with the race you saw between House and Nick, Pazzo's running this on the PC version of MGS Integral. I won't quite go over all the details of the backstory of the game, it being developed by a small team, lots of things you can do in it that you can't do on console. But since he is going for big boss strats, you will not be seeing him do the alert farm that you saw before, where you would just be farming up to 6 alerts in the dock since you're waiting for an elevator to arrive in order to leave. But for Big Boss, there's a set criteria that you need to meet, which I'm going to do my best to see if I can remember, but it's you have to have a certain acceptable number of kills total. You can't exceed a certain amount of alerts. I believe you can only use up to 1 ration. I might be wrong on that. Which on Extreme, versus on other difficulties, you can only carry up to 1 ration maximum at any given time. Your health bar does not regenerate when you rank up, so you'll be noticing that as well. You take more damage easily from guards. I believe at this HP that that Pazzo's at, probably like 2 gunshots is a death. But for right now, it's just kind of chilling to the tune of the caverns while waiting for the elevator lift.
Yeah, I think if you want to get the big boss rank, you have to get, I think it's 5 alerts, no more, and 25 kills, if I recover well. And yeah, there's some tricky rooms in this run, because if you get an alert on some room, you're gonna die. There's no way to escape. So, for example, the armory that you're gonna see later, it's you gotta get it first try or you die. And if you die in Big Boss, you're gonna lose the rank. So, I'm gonna try to get for it, but some rooms are tricky.
Yeah, and then one thing you're noticing as well is you don't see a radar screen, which is a thing that is built in. Huh? What was that noise? I don't know, maybe the guy was just hearing things. But yeah, you can knock on the wall to get that guy to leave the elevator sooner. It's absolutely hilarious. You can even do a thing where you can punch him in the back as you're going in, and if your positioning's just right, you can actually kick him away as you're going up the elevator lift. It's absolutely entertaining. Normally, again, you would just be running through the spotlights to grab the chaff, which would be getting an intentional alert in other runs. But for Big Boss strats, again, he's trying to minimize his exposures for alerts as possible.
Yeah, I could have this alert, but if I don't get the alert right now, I can have 1 more extra alert at the end of the run, just in case. So, I'm gonna play it safe right there.
Yeah, and again, the beauty of running this on PC is he could skip all the codecs at the, press of a keystroke. No mashing required for text lines on console. On emulator, I think there is a turbo you can use, which again would master all the lines for you. But for right now, it's starting off relatively the same as an all bosses run would be. except for any percent where it will deviate is when Pazzo gets out of the vents for the tank hangar as he makes his way down to the B1 floor. Man, I always love those 3 rats. Or I'm sorry, field mice. They're Alaskan field mice. Gotta be accurate. So Pazzo's gonna be doing a safe strat here to lure this guard away from the elevator. There is a riskier strat you could do that involves throwing a chaff against the container, which would again get the guard's attention, giving you access to the elevator. The guard's sightlines is something I wanted to talk about earlier. The guard's sightlines on Extreme are ridiculously large, even though there's no radar to confirm that. So what you're going to see Pazzo do here is going to go halfway into the vent. Oh, okay, so he's going to go halfway through, look up in first person, let go of first person view while also standing up and going out of bounds. Okay, I'm just giving him a chance to reach the door. So, wait, you got captured?
Yeah, I don't know what happened.
Wait, you were going in the vent, you were going out of bounds, and then, somehow we ended up getting captured, and...
It's a weird scenario, right?
Yeah, I mean, somehow there's... I don't know, wait, who is that guard? I've never seen him before, and who's that guy in the corner?
Yeah, he's talking about a girl called Meryl. I don't know who she is.
I mean, we were just going through Shadow Moses, and all of a sudden we ended up here. But yeah, so this is where any percent really sets the pathing is. You're basically going out of bounds in the vent in B1 of the tank hangar. Follow the pathing of the room, going left, and then through a series of walls you gotta walk around. And then when you touch the door to the medical room, the game thinks, hey, you somehow beat Ocelot, Tank, Ninja, Psycho Mantis, Sniper Wolf 1. I mean, so what you just saw Pazzo do there when he got out of the bed is you're trying to keep Johnny, since... Oh, yeah, he's still angry about the last run. So he got out of the bed and crawled forward to keep Johnny awake, otherwise he'll start to fall asleep and then you just lose time. But the same reason as the last run during the race, you're just knocking on the wall or punching in the air to get Johnny to interact with you so he doesn't sneeze.
It's showtime. Ocelot wants you.
Who's
It's
Ocelot?
showtime,
Hold
Pazzo.
on.
Wait, Ocelot? I don't know who that guy is.
I don't know.
You win.
I surrender, I don't know why, but I feel like I have to do it.
Had enough.
Now, for example, if you play on Extreme on 80%, there's no way to resist the torture on Extreme because your health bar is so little, like, you have to die. So you cannot do it. I think you cannot. Maybe you can, Joseph. Maybe you did it, but...
I hope
You can, but the thing is, you're in for a torture in of itself because keep in consideration, Pazzo's health bar has not increased yet. He is still technically ranked 0. And you have to go through, I think it's 6 rounds of getting electrocuted, which you have to resist both times, so it'd be a total of 12 if you choose to save Meryl. But for the sake of this run, surrendering is faster, and trust me, I already braced myself for today. In the last run, it may have been mentioned, I prefer the Meryl ending. I think it's a better ending. It's canon. It makes Snake look more like a hero, not just giving up so easily. But in the name of speedrunning, we gotta save those precious minutes. So I guess while Johnny keeps yelling at us, I guess if there was any messages from our lovely hosts at UKSG, I think this would be a great time.
Well, thank you so much. Do want to remind people, again, what we're here to do, and that's to raise money to support Crisis. They are a charity that is helping to support to get people out of homelessness for good. So your donations are going to help an excellent cause. One other thing is we'd like to thank ESA for supporting this marathon. Besides providing us with their channel for streaming, they're also sharing gear, technical assistance, and even sponsors. So be sure to check out the next ESA event, which is ESA Winter 22, and that's happening from the 12th through the 19th of February.
Hey, I'm here. Where?
Wait, Pazzo, who's this guy now?
I don't know. Looks like he likes
Wait.
me, but I don't know him.
He's coming back.
Wait, how do you know we were down here?
Later.
I don't know.
Wait.
So at this point of the game, Pazzo is gradually starting to catch up to the story triggers where, since he got that cutscene, he now has the level 6 key card. He's got the catch up, which is going to be very convincing to Johnny that, I don't know, Pazzo somehow was trying to escape, the door shut on him, and then he's just going to say, what the hell? So he's just going to go forward and investigate. Once you hear the mechanical lock of the door open, you can just stand right up and... Yeah, don't worry. Johnny's not really dead. He just disappeared. I mean, he appears later in MGS4. It's canon. We're fine. Nobody really died. So, now that Pazzo has his equipment back, he can just resume the run, which, again, he has the level 6 key card, so he can continue the game, but he needs to get the PSG-1 sniper rifle in order to proceed. So, in the armory, he's just going to be taking it very safe, flipping over the first guard, and then he's going to follow the path of the... Or not the path, but like the boundary of the barrel. So he's just going to be, you know, crawling, going, you know, around, up the barrel, and then right back down. And then you'll notice where, when he tried to pick up the PSG-1 weapon, it just kind of gave an indicator, like, it didn't really click into place. Right now, the game is still confused. It's like, how are you here when you haven't gone through all these other events yet? But the PSG-1 is in his inventory if you were to check, but it says ammo and current magazine 0 out of 0. Which that will get sorted out as he proceeds. And wait a minute, what happened out here?
I don't know. There's...
Wait,
Oh, there's a tank. What?
Wait, what?
I think someone
I
went
don't know.
through here before us and killed the tank, but I don't know who. Probably
I don't know, maybe
Alcest.
someone went for a joyride with the tank and I don't know, crashed it.
Yeah. That's strange.
So here you're seeing a story flag level up. So the game is now thinking, oh hey, you're finally here. You must have beaten the tank. So you'll notice that his health bar went up gradually, but the HP bar within it doesn't go up with it, which is part of the conditions of running it on extreme. Alright, so same thing. It's just... Oh no! Oh, that is...
That was a huge mistake on the line. I took the bad line.
Yeah.
I took the easy line.
Yeah, the warehouse is not a fun place to get spotted in, no matter what difficulty it is, because not only does the place fill with gas, but you're virtually defenseless, especially on a any percent run. So he's just gonna try this again. He's gonna collect the chaffs while trying to stay away from that guard at the bottom. So once the guard up the stairs, he's gonna turn around. Okay, he's gonna go up, flip him over, and then go right to the elevator again.
Okay, that was a mistake by me. Like, that was not unlucky. That was completely mistake by me.
Yeah.
That happens.
Alright, so what he's going to be gathering here are stun grenades, which again is part of a setup for the communications tower A. Wait, what happened here? Did
I
you just beat
killed the
bookcase
shell.
boss?
Yeah. This is the hardest boss in the game. Look, I can go through it. Boom.
Yeah, so again, because we didn't really fight Mantis, the game just thinks, oh hey, congrats on beating Mantis. So the bookcase doesn't really move, but since it's still part of the same room, you can still run through it. Okay, I'm just gonna give Pazzo a moment to reach the exit of this cave, and he did. So what you just saw there is the same tech that you saw before in the last run, which is GME, God Mode Exploit. There's 2 variations of it.
What?
GME 1 is where you hotkey between an item and a PSG 1, because when you enter the sniping stance, it puts you in iframes, but when you equip it back, you still gain that iframes on that screen. GME 2 is doing the same thing, but instead you're using it to go out of bounds and then wrap around the screen to reach the other end sooner. So here's where it comes Communication Tower A. He's going to be doing the Boba Skip, which we saw in the last run from House Test Screen during the race against Nick. It's going to be the same setup, which he's just going to be leading off with stuns, go up against the door, look off to the side just right, and he's going to cook and hold this stun, hoping for the right damage RNG, which you did get.
Yeah.
First try.
I have regrets now on the nuke building.
It's all right, you know. I know we were talking before the race, and I know that Boba Skip was a real concern because, provided Nuke Warehouse didn't go the way it did, that Boba Skip was really probably one of the biggest risks in Disc 1 for trying to go for Big Boss, because a failure to get through that door and the damage taken you receive is basically a rip, a Big Boss rank. Wait, who just shot you?
I don't know, but she missed me.
So this is Sniper Wolf apparently, and oh wait, you can just walk across and then somehow she's defeated.
Yeah, I don't know why. She can't aim.
But because it all happened so fast, I'll try to keep up again. Is he did GME2 to go out of bounds down the floor, so you didn't have to go up and down the stairs or the elevator. He also did GME1 to give himself iframes to be able to run across the snowfield with the sniper equipped. The game gets confused as to why you crossed it, so it says, hey, you must have beaten Sniper 2. And then he just did GME2 another time in the blast furnace to be able to go across the level and then down a floor to go across safely. Oh yeah, see, sometimes when you try to throw cancel, and it's not quite up against the railing, they'll just fall right down on the floor, but not to worry, GME1 just gives you invincibility frames, you don't have to worry about damage taken. Something I wish I have on console. It's probably one of the big benefits of running this on PC. Including this gun cam turret, which is absolutely the worst in the game. It has its own RNG, it doesn't matter what you do, it will shoot you when it wants to. But from this point on, it's just going to be a run to the Rex's lair, so we're kind of rejoining what would be an all bosses run, but with just a fraction of the gear in HP bar. So I guess while he's going down this elevator to meet up with Raven, if there's any other messages from our wonderful hosts at UKSG, this would be another great time, I think.
Excellent, thank you so much. I would like to remind people of some of the upcoming incentives that we have going on. Coming up, not the next run, but the run after that, we're going to have Final Bubble Bobble being run by Digital Duck, and you can choose whether or not he's going to play as Bob or Bub. Bub's winning with $60 to Bob's $30 right now. We also have Pajama-Rama coming up a little bit later on. We've got 2 incentives there that we'd like to see met. One is the games room for the bonus game Space Invaders, and the other is to hit the booby traps. So we need $200 to make Space Invaders happen, and we need another $225 to make that booby trap incentive happen. So get those donations in, and let's see some more awesome speedrunning. Back to you.
Yeah, there's nothing to see here. It's just Pazzo using GME1 to just stand still, and he's going to throw grenades at Raven until he's dead. You have to be very careful how you throw these, because you don't want to throw them too early in between Raven's iframes. It's like, what's wrong, Raven? Just shoot him. He's right there.
He's trying, but...
Okay, I think that might be the last one. Okay, there you go. I think you threw another one just to be safe, but yeah, that was Raven. There are other methods to defeat Raven on console. There's a Nikita loop you can do, but for PC, since you have GME1 iframes, you can just use that to your advantage. Go up to Raven, throw grenades, negates the use of having to collect the Nikita. But yeah, so... Oh yeah, we're zooming. Man, I don't know. I just love the music in this room throughout the entire game. It's just so epic. So from this point on, it's now really in tandem with an all bosses route where you're just going through the sequence of the PAL keys. Except this time around, since Pazzo did not do the alert farm at the beginning, it will be depending on rat RNG, which is normally what people may be used to, where your PAL key gets shot out of your hand, it goes into the drainage ditch, the rat takes possession of it, and the rat can be in one of two places in the room. One that is godlike RNG, which is closest to where you are when you go down there. Another which is far away by a gun cam turret, which is just completely unlucky RNG. One of the benefits to doing the alert farm and... Ooh.
That was close.
Okay, that was a little muckus. Yeah, I'm always never ready for that guard. Whenever I run this game on console, I always just tend to, you know, take a shot or end up dying. Because it's just so sudden. Alright, Pazzo, are you feeling lucky for this rat RNG?
I had the Boba Skip first try, so if I have, like, the best luck, yeah, why not? I hope so.
Alright, so if we have the godlike rat RNG, it's gonna be right down these steps here when he goes to check.
And he's not.
Oh man, that elusive rat RNG. So what he's doing is he's scanning the room with his Stinger missile launcher. It's going to be able to pick up targets within the room even if he can't visually see it, so he's just going to look for a moving square.
So far, no rat.
You know, this is often what I refer to like as the third rat option, where it's neither spawn and it's just late.
Yeah, I think it's the third option.
And it's one that I've gotten way too often.
Oh, he's there.
Oh, there he is. Yeah, see, maybe the rat didn't quite get the memo that, you know, we were speedrunning today, so it just overslept and, you know, took a while to get here.
Okay,
wow,
got it.
nice key pickup.
Thank you. Well,
Yeah, unlucky spawn, but, you know, good pickup. But, so in this case, you know, if you're trying to go for a PB and you got that kind of a rat,
yeah,
you know,
it's
the
over.
run is pretty much, yeah, it's over. So the alert farming really does come in handy, so you don't have to deal with moments like that, which, you have PAL key spawns in the ditch, which is still kind of an element of RNG, but it's more controlled. But from now, it's going to be initiating the PAL key sequence. Normal, cold, and hot, which is going to be temperature influenced. So he's going to be starting the normal PAL key first. And from this point onward, it really is kind of just, you know, doing it the, you know, all bosses method. I mean, it's almost just kind of like the conventional method. Alright, so he started the first key, and he's doing a punch-punch-kick buffer to anticipate this guard's patrol
Not sure it's
pattern
gonna
again.
work.
They can
No,
see.
it's not working. Oh, yeah. That was really close. I dodged the bullet.
Yeah, that was really close. There he is.
That's okay though, because first of all, I skipped the alert in the helipad just to get the extra alert just in case, but the fact I died on the new building means the big boss is not possible anymore, so it's not a problem if I take alerts now.
Yeah, I mean, continues are probably the one thing you don't want to get at this point.
Yeah.
But I guess while Pazzo's backtracking to the freezer room first, you know, part of my background with this game, I'm more familiar with the console version of MGS1. I started on the mid to, you know, somewhat higher difficulties and ran all bosses for the longest time, and it was extreme any percent that got me interested in wanting to challenge myself. And if you ever want to get involved in games such as Metal Gear Solid 1 or in Twin Snakes, if you saw that race just before this, be sure to check us out at MetalGearSpeedrunners.com. You can join the MGSR Discord. We would love to have you. We accept people of all skill levels and, you know, exposures they may have had. We had people, you know, familiar with the game but just for speedran it. They came from other game franchises, or they just were interested. It's a great community to be a part of. It's definitely been humbling for me. I've been a part of it for probably like close to 3 years now. And it's a wonderful group of people that just encourage each other to, you know, to improve and, you know, cheer each other on. And of course, shout outs to UKSG once again for holding this whole thing, as well as having this wonderful Metal Gear block. Man, I just love that no fear hesitation with GME1, just like,
Yeah.
suck it, gun cam turrets. Because see, on console, I would always have to be fearful of not getting shot when I'm at this point of the run, because as you can see, his life bar is very, very minimal. Ahead of... Well, a gunshot would be a death. I think he could accept a punch, but you don't want to get hit.
Oh yeah, if I get hit now, I die.
Yeah. I think the only thing that won't kill you is a steam burst from the blast furnace, which I won't hope for that on anybody. I've had it happen to me a few times.
Yeah, it happens. I think a steam will kill me as well right now. I'm not sure. You're right. Maybe I would.
You might be able to take one hit, but I don't know. Again, I'm not gonna wish that on you.
Try to not get it.
Alright, so that is the second of 3 PAL key sequences, so he's going to be backtracking to the blast furnace now, which is going to be up 2 freight lift elevators. Yeah, so what you saw Pazzo do there with mashing the equip unequip is every time you unequip your item that you're running with, it silences your steps as you're moving. So it's a great way to minimize noise when walking up those walkways up there, because stepping on the floor will generate a lot of noise for guards to hear, since they can hear and see far away on extreme.
I'm not sure it's an intended mechanic of the game, by the way.
Well, I don't think they intended for us to be able to skip half the game either, but I agree.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, this is absolutely intended. So now since he's revisited the freezer after doing the PAL key sequence for it, there are now guards that spawn in. You could just avoid them by going left on the way out, and then when he comes back with the red key, he'll be then going right. And we know this just from, you know, memorizing guard patrols and spawns. I mean, if you had to have, like, radar enabled on extreme somehow, you could just see that their field of vision cone just goes across the room. It's that ridiculous.
I'm gonna have to take more Stinger ammo, by the way, the blast furnace.
Yeah, because I noticed you're using it to destroy the camera.
Yeah.
Since on VE, it doesn't take as many rounds to destroy Rex, since it does more damage per hit. So ammo count is important. I don't quite remember how many rounds you need minimum. I usually try to go in with at least 25, which is, I don't know, too many. But again, more ammo the better. Because there are ammo boxes in Rex's lair when you go to fight it, which, you know, ideally you don't want to have to do that. But I guess while we admire the view of the elevator yet again, I guess this will be another great moment for some PSA messages from our lovely hosts.
Thank you so much. Yeah, I'd just like to go ahead and thank BSG as well. You know, we thanked PSA before. This time around, I'm going to thank BSG for helping to support this marathon. If you're not aware, that's the Benelux Speedrunning Gathering. They hold bi-monthly gatherings there in the Netherlands, and they've supported UKSG from the very beginning by spreading the word and providing us with a channel to stream on in past sessions, amongst other things. Their next event is also coming soon, and it's streamed right here on this very channel, so you don't need to go very far to watch it.
Man, it's a one-stop shop here. I mean, I absolutely love that. So again, using GME1 to, you know, avoid taking damage while acquiring more Stinger ammo. And I don't know if this was mentioned before, since again we're going quite quickly. Is for the PAL keys to change, you have to wait. I think it's like 60 to 61 seconds. I know there's a bit of variation on console, but it's around a minute. If you memorize the timing or just, you know, have that experience, you just know when it's the right time to leave. On console, I tend to check. You don't want to leave the room without the card changing first. Too many moments have been witnessed where you go back to the control room, you insert the PAL key, and then it gets ejected because it's not the right color. Especially when it's at this point of the run, and believe me, it's happened to me. I know I've seen it happen to someone else when they were running this, and
Okay,
and
I
in this
had
case,
a doubt.
okay, yeah, he was like, "Wait, maybe I should check."
You scared me with your.
Well, I mean, and I guess the point I was trying to make, not intending to scare Pazzo or anybody else, is, you know, menuing to check does add up over time. So if you're checking at each sequence, I mean, that's probably like another second you're losing over the run, since everything does add up. You know, whether if it's menus, your movements, execution definitely, and of course, you know, the unlucky rat RNG Pazzo got. But it's probably one of the things I like about running MGS1 is it does have a nice balance of flow, which has highs and lows, which the elevator rides are kind of like the low point, unless if somebody finds a way to skip the PAL key sequences, speeds it up. Anyway, we would love to hear about it. I know there's Twin Snakes that has the secret ledge, you know, but if someone can find a way to speed this process up or just somehow bypass it, I mean, you know, again, there's the MGSR Discord. Please join it and tell us about it. You know, when the Boba Skip was discovered last year, it absolutely got the community, you know, really excited about it. You know, definitely check us out. So now we're back at the freezer. It's going to be hanging off to the right this time.
I think the PAL skip will be the biggest glitch found in the game ever, with the vent glitch and the torture.
Yeah, it would absolutely smash the game even further than it's been smashed with the Boba Skip being found.
Especially on console, you can save like more than 15 minutes, I think, on console with the PAL keep, so that would be huge.
Oh yeah, absolutely. You know, with especially with my relic of a console that I still run the game with until I finally, you know, just get it over with and set up PC one day or DuckStation emulator. You know, because my loads on my PS3 are just they're nearing its end at some point. It's just a matter of when. All right, so it's gonna be entering in the last PAL key right here, and
okay,
of course we won't get to see the. Oh, hey, this is weird.
Yeah.
I never actually saw this.
Yeah,
Wait,
you
somehow you escape, but you're still being drained from your oxygen, and although we didn't see the codec, but shocker, Miller was really liquid. Wait, Otacon, open the door. Wait, now you're back in the room.
yeah, that's weird, but
It's like, Otacon, open the door that I'm already out of. It's like, okay. It pushes you back in.
why is the gas everywhere?
I don't know. It's, I don't know, the PC port's not a broken game. But anyways, so here we are at Rex. Again, using the powers of GME1. He can stay in place, fire at the radome, which he is trying to space out his shots accordingly so it doesn't waste ammo. Okay, one more round. And although we can't skip this cutscene on PC, there's an alternate view you can do. Yeah, look at that. You can fully be immersed in what's going on, even though Snake is still holding the jab, even though he was just using a stinger a moment ago. Come on, Snake, you can do it.
I can't do it with a chaff.
I don't know, I think Snake could have done it, but anyway, so we're in phase 2 now. Rex's mouth is open, where he will now be training his shots on that instead of the radome since it's destroyed. And he's going to try to get 2 hits per cycle, where Liquid is firing off the miniguns while followed up with missiles. And nicely done. And since we're on PC, we could skip the codecs, the cutscenes, just keystrokes away. Now, since we're on Extreme, when Liquid explains the rules of this fight, when he falls off a Rex, I mean, you do just go right to the ground. There is no grabbing the ledge. While at the same time, we'll be going for the Liquid Infinite, which I'll give you all the focus you need, Pazzo. I'll just wish you the best.
Have at you, Snake.
Wow, that was beautiful, my man. Clean. So, just like before in the MGS1 Twin Snakes race, you're throwing Liquid across the floor of, well, Rex's head, and you're trying to line up a 1-2 infinite punch sequence while timing your punches accordingly so you don't exceed Liquid's hitbox.
I got it. Snake, jump in.
And we just ride our way out through the escape tunnel.
I'm back.
Yeah, that was nicely done on that Liquid Infinite, dude. That was really clean.
Thank you very much. The thing is, I'm really angry at myself because I lost the big boss on a stupid mistake. That happens, but that's unfortunate.
Yeah, I mean, I guess aside from that, this has really been a, nice run to watch.
Oh, thank you. I hope you enjoyed. Everyone enjoyed the run so far.
Yeah, so same deal as before. He's just gonna be taking out guards using the barrels at the first checkpoint, then shooting the ones at the second checkpoint. But because he's on Extreme, they take more hits to take them down. I think it's 5 hits, might be 6 per guard. Don't quite remember exactly.
6 or
but
7,
more...
I'm not sure yet.
Yeah, wait a minute.
It's not over yet.
Liquid? Man, he just doesn't know when to quit. So, similar to MGS1 VE, he's just going to be trading shots with Liquid when he's trying to aim at Snake while he's veering off to the side. But it's going to take more hits to advance the escape sequence, being on Extreme. While at the same time, he's trying to be very mindful of the damage he can take, since you don't want to run out of HP when you get to the end where you're expected to take force damage from him. Okay, so same thing. He's just trying to keep liquid in his line of sight, and every time he gets rammed into, it's just gonna shake your screen a bit, and then you just try to line him up again. One thing you want to avoid to do when he is not in this single section here is you don't want to keep your gun trained on him too much, otherwise he'll just keep veering left to right. Because every time you don't get a hit like what you're seeing now, that's just like another cycle of time you're missing out for time save.
Oh.
Oh, I jinxed it. I'm sorry.
It's okay. It's okay.
Oh man. So when he's side by side, you just keep the gun trained on him. It's actually nice. The gun kind of auto aims a bit when it's like this, but for other parts, you do have to crack it. All right, so time is gonna.
Yeah, it's gonna come in
come
20
up on
seconds.
Yeah, it's gonna be on the score screen, right? Because we will be getting one
Yeah.
since we're on extreme. Just making that clear. Before it was the white flash because of the conditions of VE. Okay, so it's gonna be coming up right now. Okay, maybe I said it a little bit too early.
Time.
Okay, and time.
Yeah, except for this stupid death in the nuke building, that was a good run, I think, for marathon. So just a little bit frustrated about my nuke building, but otherwise I'm pretty happy with the run. So
Yeah, and you were just within the estimate as well. Let's see, 3940 RTA with a 3947 IGT. You know, it was really that nuke warehouse
yeah,
that did you in, but
that's entirely my
absolute-
fault. That's not a bad luck or something. That's just my fault. I did a mistake. That happens.
But you
Okay.
know what? I mean, you did the vent glitch, you did Bulbous get first try,
Yeah.
GME left and right. Absolutely had a blast being able to watch it.
I didn't screw up liquid at least, so that's great.
Yeah, you even crushed that too. Man, I can't believe didn't even mention that. But you know, thanks for having me.
Hey, thank you
Um,
very much for commenting my run, and thanks to everybody in the GSR community. So, and thanks to UKSG for having me there.
And thanks to the both of you for being here. That was an amazing run.
Thank you.
So, coming up next, we are going to have even more Metal Gear. We're going to have Apache Smash running Metal Gear Solid 2 Sons of Liberty, blindfolded in the tanker. So, don't go too far away. We're going to have a brief intermission. And when we come back, we will have more UKSG.